Okay guys, we are going to make my favorite Instapot meal tonight. Some of these things that I make are kind of unique because I have unique dietary restrictions and stuff. So I feel like they might help some people, you know, like they might actually give some people ideas when they first are struggling with some of these issues themselves. And I figure I can explain how to make them regular if you don't have any dietary issues, and also how to make it the way I make it, because I have a gluten allergy and I'm also diabetic. We are preheating the Instapot. This is an Instapot cooking thing. This is my favorite Instapot recipe. This is something that is completely made up out of my own head, just experimenting. I didn't get this from anywhere. This is my own, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, here's step number one to cooking this meal. Is get your favorite wine. That's the first thing you need to do. And pour yourself a glass. Here's my favorite wine, my favorite cheap wine. Let me walk up and show that to you. This here is Jacob's Creek. It's a Syrah. Really enjoy this one here. It's one of my favorites. They have another one called Jacob's Creek Syrah, and it's a reserve. That's actually even better. But the first thing we're going to do, while we are heating up the Instapot for a saute, I hit the saute button, so it's heating up. While it's heating up, we shall pour ourselves a small glass of wine. If by small you mean half the bottle. That's what I mean by small glass of wine. Alright, so this is going to get hot, and let me set that down. That is good. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how I make this, because of my gluten allergy, because I'm diabetic, and then I'm going to tell you how to make this if you are not those things. Okay, now let me show you what I like to use. I like to use turkey, but that's just my preference. You can use beef. I use this Italian seasoned turkey, or you can use just regular ground turkey. They didn't have any more of this, so I'm actually mixing these together this time. And you can feel free to experiment with this. This is just giving you a base. But if you want to use beef, go ahead and use beef. I use turkey because it's you know, healthier. I've heard. You know, I don't feel like I have to drain it. There's a coupon in my way. I hate when they put coupons in my way. Alright, so I'm going to open up the ground turkey. I'm going to open up both of them at the same time, because we still got meat heating up. And I'm going to get this out the way. Up out the way. Okay, now, because I'm diabetic, I have to have less pasta. Actually, it can only have a very little amount of pasta, so I add more meat. So I get filled up, you know, so I'm not after the meal sitting here, you know, hungry. I'm a fat guy, needs to eat a lot of food. Doesn't need to eat a lot of food. I feel like I need to eat a lot of food. I guess that's how I could say that. Alright, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take a little oil. This is just vegetable oil, and I'm just going to drop a little in here. And the only reason I do this is because I do not like my meat sticking to the bottom of my Instapot. Alright? That's why I do that. And set in my microwave here, and set this down right out. Okay, so I'm just going to start putting in my sausage first. If you're a normal person and you're not diabetic, you don't have to put sausage in it. I'm just putting sausage in it for me. So I'm going to brown these up on on the one side. And while these are browning up, let me ask you a question while these are browning up. This is an actual Instapot. You can't see because it's facing the wrong direction, but trust me, it is an actual Instapot. It is a 8-quart Instapot. And this over here is the Kasori. I got this at Christmas time on some sort of crazy Amazon lightning deal. So I bought one because I like to make my main course in my big Instapot, and I like to make my like mashed potatoes or vegetables or whatever in the other one, and I use them both at the same time. That was the idea behind this. And so yeah, that's what I did. So anyway, that being said, let me get in here. Let me get in here. Get in here. Okay. That is an Instapot glass lid. I just kind of leave it kind of cracked like that. If you want to know which one of these two you should buy, which one works better, and which one's a better deal, do you need to spend, you know, premium money for like one of these or that Ninja one or something like that, or can you save some money and buy like a Kasori and several other name brands on Amazon? I don't know about those other name brands, I only know about the Kasori. And if you'd like me to talk about the differences between the two and which one I like better and which one works better and which ones I think you should buy, let me know in the comments and I'll make that video for you guys. So let me brown all this up because we're just going to saute it. I'm going to let it sit here so it browns 4 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the other, so I have a nice like browning on both sides of these sausages. That's how I like it. That way they don't get soggy when I'm making the rest of it. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm done browning these sausages. We got you a shot. Okay, we're live. We're live, baby. We're live. It's hard to be a cameraman and a cook. Cameraman and a cook. I need a cameraman. And so that's kind of what they look like. Hopefully I'm not dirtying up my lens. But they're just nice and brown, hardcore on the top. That's how I like them, hardcore. You like them hardcore? Well, that's how you do it right there. You want hardcore sausages. And let me get you situated. And as soon as we finish hardcoring up these sausages, there we go. As soon as we finish hardcoring up these sausages, we'll get back to the cooking. Okay guys, I just realized I had forgot to tell you what those sausages were, you know, while I was hardcoring them up. This is what they are. They're just, you know, some Italian sausages, hot. That's what I like. You can do what you want. But like I said, if you don't have dietary limitations, you probably won't even use these. But anyway, that's what they are. You can get them in your local grocery. I am show. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to get these browned up sausages out of here. Uh-oh, lost one of the sausages. Man down, man down. Alright, so we're going to get these hardcore sausages out of here now without burning our flanges. And let me just kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. I already showed you. Yeah, I don't want to grease it. So anyway, yeah, that's how I like them. I like them hardcore. You feel me? Hardcore. So I'm going to pile them up on a plate over here because we ain't done browning. Ha! We ain't done browning. All right, now we're going to take this lid. We're going to get rid of this lid. We're going to have the housekeeper wash that later. All right, here we go. Now we're going to brown up our ground meat. Almost said beef, but this ain't no beef. This is wannabe beef. But you can use beef like I said. So we got, one is seasoned Italian, one is just regular. All right, so we're going to stir this up in here. In here, in here. We're going to stir it up in here. And So we're going to brown this up, brown it up, brown it up. And then it's going to get interesting. After this is browned up, things is going to get interesting. And you're going to want to see that. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to want to see what's coming after the browning. Alright folks, let me get back to you after I brown ground beef. Everybody knows how to brown ground beef, ground turkey. This is ground turkey. Oh, those sausages are ground turkey as well. Those are made out of turkey. So it's turkey, 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 turkey around here for me today. And we'll get back to you in a minute. That wine's got some kick right there. I don't drink girly wine. If you're a girly wine drinker, I expect you're probably a girl. But I drink the kind of wine put hair all over your chest. Check this out. I've been drinking this wine for a while. Check this out. Check that out. That's hair from wine drinking. Telling you what. It's what happens when you drink a real man's wine. Holy crap. Hope I don't get flagged for showing my tits. I mean my boobs. I mean my... So let me talk to you about the importance of browning. You got to get a good brown. Now let me tell you why. Some stuff I've learned from my Instapotting days. My Instapot. I went to Nam and I was in a foxhole using my Instapot. So while I was in this foxhole using an Instapot, I learned a couple of things. I'm going to share them couple of things with you. You got to get a good brown, because if you don't, your meat will end up like mush. It'll taste like a sponge. You don't want your meat to taste like a sponge. So I'm going to turn this off, and is that on? Holy crap, that ain't, oh, it's on, okay. We're about to get busy. This is where the magic happens. I'm going to put this together, and everything, this is magic. This is magic right here, and you're about to witness it. Now, if you follow my instructions, you're gonna think it's magic too. Now, I'm gonna take my sausages, which you do not have to have in yours. Okay, these are just in mine. Put my sausages right on top of my ground brown meat, my ground brown. Okay, and what I'm gonna do from there is set these down. I was going to take them over there. I decided against them. Okay, so now I'm going to put this together. It's super simple from here, and you will be blown away. Now, if you're one of those people that go, I don't like that, that's not looking good, I'm telling you, you're missing out. That's on you. If you don't want to try it, that's on you. Okay? You're going to miss out on the best meal you ever had in your life, and that's on you. So here's my ingredients from here on out. This is what it amounts to. Now from here, I'm going to give you two sets of instructions. You follow the one that you want. If you're not diabetic, then follow one. If you are diabetic, follow the other. Okay? So this is just a jar of old-fashioned, found this at the grocery store, Prego. You pour that up in there like you meant to. Pour it in there like you meant to. Alright? Now you're going to take over here at the sink. I don't know if you can see me or not. Alright, so you're just going to put a little water in here. Just a little bit of water. Just a little bit of rock and roll. And then you shake it up like this. Alright? And you're just trying to get all that out of there. You know? And then you pour that in there. Just a little bit of water. Just a little bit. You don't want to go crazy with your water, because then you have just a... What the hell is going on over there? Anyway, so you don't want a soupy mess, okay? So now, this here is just an ordinary 32-ounce bottle of V8 juice. And you're like, what? What? What are you talking about, fat man? I'm trying to tell you, secret ingredient. V8 juice, here we go. And you're going to take your V8 juice. We're going to do something first. Okay, this is where we cross roads. crossroads right here. This is where, diabetic or not diabetic, this is the crossroad. If you are not diabetic, you use a whole box of this. This is 12 ounces. Use the whole thing. Just dump it in there. Okay? This is gluten-free pasta. Use regular pasta. This is rotini. You use whatever you want. Those little tube ones, but when you're trying to find gluten-free pasta, you know, beggars can't be choosers kind of thing. So, and I'm just going to put a little bit of pasta in here because this is where the carbs come from. This is what makes your ass fat. So you gotta chill. You gotta chill on the amount of pasta, right? Now, if you're not diabetic, like I was saying, go hog wild. Do a whole box, No sausage. So basically, the no diabetic version of this is no sausage, all one box of this pasta. You take your V8 juice. Let me get you over here. I'm gonna call you Brad. Okay, Brad. All right. Now what we're doing is you pour this in to where. Well, that sucked. We ran out. Okay, hold on here. Let me set you down, Brad. Hold on, Brad. Sitting down. All right. Here we go. Oh, shit. Poured that all over the place. Okay, hold on. I got to shake it up first. Forgot to shake it up. Okay, you got to shake up the V8 juice. Okay, now let me get Brad. Brad. All right, now Brad is right here. Now we're just going to pour this in until it gets a little, right about like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not measuring nothing. I'm winging it. And that's another thing about cooking in an Instant Pot. Don't be afraid to wing it, man. Don't be afraid to just take what you got in the refrigerator and throw it all in the pot. Who cares? It's all going to be good. All right? So we're going to take our stirring device here and just kind of level everything out. And that's all the ingredients right there. That's all of it. And I know you're thinking, holy crap, what did I just make? Well, we're going to find out, right? Here goes the top. All right, where's Brad? Brad, come here. This is what we do, Brad. We're going to go El Manuel. There's El Manuel. We're going to go 15 minutes. And that's it. That's all there is to the Instapot settings right there. We're going to let that set. We're going to make sure. Oh crap! I stepped on a rogue pasta. We're going to go locking this into the center position for sealing. Sealing, not venting. Sealing. In the middle. We'll get back to you after this thing works all the magic. After the magic settles, we'll come back. The Instapot has just went off. The timer has gone off. We're going to do a slow release of 10 minutes. Slow release of 10 minutes. As soon as that slow release is done slow releasing, we're going to pour another small glass of wine. Let's pour this small glass of wine. And by a small glass of wine, I mean a third bottle of wine. Alright, get back at you. Just a second. While this was doing its thing, working its magic, conjuring the magic that is within this pot, warning to the birds. Everybody be ready? Warning the birds because they get scared. They get scared when I pop the cork. When I pop the cork, they get a little scared. Here we go. Releasing the pressure after 10 minutes. 10 minutes slow release. 10 minutes slow release. Here we go. And everybody is scared to death and running away. All right. Doesn't matter if I warn them or I don't warn them. I warn them, I don't warn them, whatever. Let me get a sip here. All right, so this is what we're going to put on top. We're going to garnish little Parmesan. Little Parmesan, right? Garnish with a little Parmesan. Little mozzarella cheese. This I'm showing you two because this one's almost out. So I'm going to, okay, so there you go. Little mozzarella of your choice, whatever it is, you put it on there. So a little mozzarella, a little Parmesan. All right. And we're waiting on this. Where's Brad? Brad, get over here. We're waiting for this to drop. That's what we're waiting for to drop. All right, Brad, sit here. Man, tell you what, Brad. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this before, but you've got a lot of chins, buddy. All right. The pen has dropped and Brad's in the way. Can you believe this crap, Brad? Damn it, Brad. Complete dumbass always in the way. This guy, Brad. All right. Popping the cack. There we go. Oh, snap. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. All right, now what I like to do, because I have the OCD thing. Remember I mentioned that at the beginning of the video? Have OCD, right? What's OCD stand for, kids? That's right. Obsessive compulsive disorder. So I like to use wood. I like to use a good piece of wood. So I'm going to use some wood. I'm looking for my bird beak. Oh, here it is, over here. Hiding my bird beak. Remember I told you this is what these are, bird beaks. And what I'm gonna do is stir this up. Now, keep in mind one thing. This dish will thicken up as it cools, right? So ideally, what you'd want to do with this dish is let it cool for about 30 minutes. But we ain't got time for that, right? You with me? Ain't got time for that. That's a young man's game. Waiting for shit to cool. Alright, so we're going to take a couple of pinchers. This here is a pincher. Now keep in mind, Joanna is not diabetic. So she's probably going to want the full Monty. I'm going to go half Mont. So I'm going to take a couple of sausages. That's how I get filled up, right? I'm going to add a couple of sausages to mine. Where's the paper plate around here? Here we go. I'll put this right here because I only needed that for that. And I don't need a whole spoon. I need a regular spoon. Alright, so what we're going to do is dish this out. Dish it out and dish it out. Now keep in mind, like I was telling you, that if you let this sit for 30 minutes, it won't be like as thin as this. It'll thicken up, thicken up. It'll be like spaghetti sauce when this thickens up. So we're just going to do that full plate because I'm a fat guy. Fat guy likes a full plate. Alright. So then I'm going to take, what are you staring at, Brad? Anyway, put a little Parmesan. Wait, is this Parmesan? Yeah, Parmesan. A lot of people would just put a little Parmesan. Alright? I'm going to tell you different. I'm going to tell you different because I know different. I know Italian food because I'm part Indian. Native American, right? Alright, so let's get Brad over here. Let's get Brad over here, take a look at this. There you go. That's your final product. This cheese will This cheese will melt. Let's try that again. This cheese will melt. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know what you guys, this is important. You got to listen to me now. Sit Brad over here. Let me get up close so you understand that I'm being serious right now. Some of you might think that this meal right here doesn't appeal to you. It doesn't look good to you. But for those people that are saying that right now, you have to try this. This is this right here is one of those meals that will change your life. Will change your life. If you've had a rough go in life, this will make it better. Might not look like it. I encourage you to try it. It's going to make your life better. Will this make your life better?
Yes.
Hallelujah. That's what I'm saying to you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. On that end.